They told me, son, you were born to do great things. They were right.
I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. You think that's a child down there? She's a little sister now. Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster. It's Ryan! Goddamn Andrew Ryan! Head to medical!
Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
Did that airplane crash? Or was it hijacked?
There ain't no Atlas, kid. The name's Frank Fontaine.
I had you built! I sent you topside! I called you back, showed you what you was capable of! Even that life you thought you had, that was something I dreamed up.
You saved them. You gave them the one thing that was stolen from them. A chance.
Sally! Sally, come out!
She wasn't yours, Comstock.
Elizabeth, I am so sorry.
No, you're not. But you're about to be.
Mademoiselle?
Yes?
Quel est votre nom?
Elizabeth.
Pour vous, Elisabeth.
Oh, no. No, I couldn't. I can't accept...
Je vous en prie. J'insiste.
Oh, thank you.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Comment ça va, Elisabeth?
Bonjour, Monsieur Surratt.
Bonjour, mademoiselle Elisabeth. Je manque d'inspiration aujourd'hui.
Bonjour, Elisabeth.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, Elisabeth. Bien le bonjour.
Comment allez-vous?
Ça va bien?
Bien le bonjour, mademoiselle.
Comment ça va, Elisabeth? Comment allez-vous, madame?
Comment allez-vous?
Bonjour, mon ami. Alors, tu as parlé à la jolie petite américaine? Oh, bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonne journée. Comment ça va, Elisabeth?
Bonne journée.
Bonne journée, mademoiselle.
Bonjour, mon petit trésor.
Je vais te croquer.
Bonjour.
Comment ça va, Elisabeth?
Bonjour. Bonjour. Et si tu venais boire un verre avec nous?
Claude?
Sois pas jalouse, ma petite. C'est pas interdit pour un homme de boire avec deux jolies filles.
Viens jouer avec nous, Elisabeth.
I'm sorry, Cassette. Next time, I promise.
Ah, dommage.
Bien le bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bien le bonjour, Elisabeth.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Bonjour. Il va falloir que tu me guides, parce que je me suis perdu dans tes yeux.
Une baguette, mademoiselle?
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Le pain est frais, le ciel est bleu, et vous êtes resplendissante. Roquefort, camembert, brie de Meaux, les meilleurs fromages au meilleur prix.
Elle est tellement plus belle en vrai, tu trouves pas?
Si tu veux mon avis, il y a des choses qu'il vaut mieux garder en tête.
Ou la cage. Oiseau ou la cage. Pourquoi pas les deux?
Sally, wait!
Come back! Come back!
Wait! Sally, stop!
Come back!
Sally, where are you going?
Come back!
Sally, hold on!
Come back!
Stop! Stop! Where did she go? Go away. It wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything! No! It wasn't my fault! Leave me alone! Can't you just leave me alone? I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I never should have left. I never should have left you there.
Empty? Empty again. What are the odds?
What's the hold-up?
Just having a bit of a laugh, Atlas.
This ain't a sporting event. Put a bullet in her. No need to torture the poor girl. We're not animals, you know.
All right.
Let her go!
Quiet down, dear. In a minute, all your problems will be over.
Elizabeth, tell him you can get him back.
Booker? Booker?
Say,
What? I don't understand. How?
Say, I can get you back to Rapture.
What?
Just say it.
I can get you back to Rapture.
Put the gun down. Now, what was that you said about Rapture?
I can get you back to Rapture.
And how you plan on doing that, sister? You some kind of magician?
Suchong.
What?
Tell him Suchong.
Suchong.
And how do you know that, slant-eyed wonder?
You're his lab assistant.
I'm his lab assistant.
If it escaped your notice, Andrew Ryan sunk us 5,000 fathoms below his shining city. How does Suchong propose to get us back?
That's between me.
That's between me.
And the slant.
And the slant. But if I do this, the girl goes with me.
Little sisters are worth their weight in gold. She's not up for negotiation.
Last time I checked, back in the city they were making little sisters by the dozen.
That's a right fairy tale you've dreamed up, sister. But if you're lying, we can just as well kill you tomorrow. Down here, we got nothing but time. In case I need to get hold of you. If you see Suchong, tell him Atlas says he hasn't forgotten him.
Elizabeth, come on, it's time to get moving.
Booker? What?
Over here, on the radio.
You're not Booker.
Well, of course I ain't.
What have I gotten myself into? I didn't orphan that girl. I didn't kidnap her.
But she made for some exceptional bait, didn't she?
Had to be done.
Did it?
I felt everything that every version of me felt. All of that knowledge. I lost a pinky. But that version of me, she lost everything. Comstock. That final Comstock. He thought he could avoid his guilt by coming here.
You educated him proper.
Then why am I back here? Huh? I don't remember opening a tear to come back. And who are you? Huh?
I think you'll figure that out soon enough.
Paris. I was happy. And now I'm here dealing with this Atlas, this psychopath. What was I thinking?
That wasn't Paris any more than I am Booker.
Now I have to find this Suchong, and I don't even know who that is.
Not yet, but you know he's the key, don't you?
To what?
You're asking me. Elizabeth, I ain't even here.
What are you? Huh? And how did you know exactly what to tell Atlas?
Let me ask you a question. You feeling like yourself, Elizabeth?
I feel strange and smaller. I can't see the doors. What's behind the doors? I can't see the future. I can't even see any tears. Stay away from me. Booker. No, please, no. I died here. I was killed by that. Stay away from me! But then, how am I here? How can I be dead in this world and yet... My finger. What am I? I don't understand.
If we're going to end up in the same place, don't say harm and enjoy the ride.
Are you being cute?
I've come round to your way of thinking.
Have you?
Yes. I do believe one can change things, but after all the bother, one often wishes that one had not.
You're a fatalist.
A physicist?
A fatalist.
So was Newton, especially when it came to apples falling from trees. They always contrived to land with a splat. She left the child to rot.
Are you implying she's the apple?
I'm implying that she did not fall far from the tree.
And now she wants to go back.
I need to go back. To fix what I broke.
Back to where she has no right to be.
Back to where she doesn't belong.
Doesn't belong? Wait, what do you mean?
Do you want to tell her brother, or shall I?
Because I died.
There are rules.
Even for one such as you.
She'll forget.
All the doors.
And what's behind all the doors?
All closed to her now.
She'll be just like the rest of us.
Forgetting the past.
The present.
The future.
I'd wager she won't even remember this conversation. We've arrived. You're trading omniscience and croissance for death and mildew.
I left Sally to rot. For what? So I could punish Comstock? He was trying to help her, to save her, and if I don't make that right...
We all have our crosses to bear.
But there is a thin line between a martyr and a fool.
Gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Lutesses warned me that if I came back here, I would collapse.
Collapse?
From a quantum superposition to just me.
Quantum what?
I've changed, Booker. No tears, no cosmic knowledge. Just a normal girl. With a normal pinky. If I can't open tears, I'm never leaving here, am I? I'm never going back to Paris. You're just what? You're just the fragments of my memory telling me what my future holds?
You decided to come here, Elizabeth. You knew what that meant. Only option, as I see it, is to trust yourself. Find Sue Chong.
Use this air grabber. It's gonna be messy. I don't know if...
Well, a blow to the back of his head will serve just as well. Be a hell of a lot quieter, too.
That's not what you would have done.
I'm not Booker. Just because your father did something one way, doesn't mean you have to.
I ain't letting a good lead like you get away! Come on, lady.
Period.
Let's work something out.
want to get the drop on him, and quiet. He can't hear what's only in your head.
He's no better looking than me. I was in the war. I won these scars.
Well, he's not getting up anytime soon.
And what with his head all attached to his body.
From here on, it's only gonna get worse.
And how much worse is up to you.
Children, a clay, Bradburn. It's up to us to see they become Grecian urns and don't return to mud. Get them young enough. You can mold them for life. Henry! Fetch that Black Label Lacquers, that 12-year-old single malt. Let's discuss this like men.
Now, let's get its lockpick.
Lockpicking can be easy with the right tools and know-how. Use your lockpick to probe a pin. A neutral pin will open the door. A blue pin will open the door and knock free a noisemaker. A red pin will open the door, but also sound an alarm.
Simple enough. Just a 6-pin tumbler. But there's an alarm. That could come in handy, though.
Hello, children. I'm Ryan the Lion. I'm here to tell you about Peter the Parasite. If I bake a pie, isn't it mine to enjoy? No, says Peter the Parasite, we all deserve a piece. If I earn a nickel, isn't it my right to buy candy if I see fit? No, says Peter the Parasite, you must only buy fruits and vegetables. If I can afford to see the doctor, is it my concern that others cannot? No, says the damnable parasite. We must all crowd our way into the physician's office. Ryan the Lion says, chew on that, you parasite.
What was that?
You know, don't you?
The doors, they're cracking open. my memories of the future and somewhere I'm going to go.
You sure it's your future you're looking at?
If not mine, then whose?
To buy candy if I see fit. No, says Peter the parasite. You must only buy fruits and vegetables.
You sure you're ready to use that?
It's a crossbow. Looks like the bolt delivers some kind of sleep agent. Probably phencyclidine or sodium thiopental. They had all kinds of books in my tower. How do you think I always knew what ammo to toss you?
Knowing ain't the same as being ready.
Why don't you ask Comstock how ready I was?
Your father's blood runs in your veins, but it doesn't have to be on your hands. It's up to you.
Those who cannot create will always steal from those who do. Where is your empathy, asks Peter the parasite while he picks your pocket. Do you know this word, empathy? You'll find it in the dictionary under L-I-E. All right. What does Ryan the Lion tell us about the tragedy of the commons? Peter the parasite says share and share alike while he eats your lunch. Leached off until there was nothing left. I won't be such an easy meal.
Seems like you're against a guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business. Criminal dealings? Ha! Fallacy and misdirection from those afraid to let the market take its natural course. What up? I think this town was friendly to free enterprise. First, the law gets bribery. Then, there was some fella in my privy advising how I defecate. What's next? Martial law? That cat. If that's what they call a fella who's prosperous, determined, uncompromising, then fine. The shoe fits. You got me. Harassment. That's what this is. Incessant, unfounded prying into my respectable entrepreneurial...
Listen to that racket. Damn air grabber must be busted.
Seems to me you're against a guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business. Criminal dealings? Ha! Fallacy and misdirection from those afraid to let the market take its natural course. So I greased a few palms here and there, time to time. What of it? I'd been told this town was friendly to free enterprise. First, the law gets bribery. Then, you'll want some fella in my privy advising how I defecate. What's next? Martial law? That cat. If that's what they call a fella who's prosperous, determined, uncompromising, then fine. The shoe fits. You got me. Harassment. That's what this is. Incessant, unfounded prying into my respectable entrepreneurial affairs. Seems to me you're against a guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business. Criminal dealings? Ha! Fallacy and misdirection from those afraid to let the market take its natural course. So I...
Look, Suchong. That's the name you had me tell Atlas. Huh.
I don't follow.
Looks like this character, Suchong, has taken over the Silverfin restaurant. That's where the tear was that I used when I first came to Rapture looking for Comstock. Before this place was turned into a prison.
But the first time you came to Rapture was in 1960, with Booker, when you drowned some...
Over a year from now. Yeah, that's right. When I could see all the doors, it all made sense, but now it's just a jumble.
Elizabeth, you're bleeding.
Now I know what it feels like. All right, if we're gonna find Suchong, the Silverfin is the place to start. I know the way.
Welcome to the circus of value. Come back when you get some money, buddy.
Are you in the know? There has been a lot of idle talk from gadflies and naysayers following the nationalization of Fontaine Futuristics. I believe in free men and free markets, but I also believe in my city. And Frank Fontaine's purpose was nothing less than the destruction of Rapture. It was he who gave comfort to the laggards and layabouts. It was he who coddled the tramps and vagabonds. Fontaine was poisoning the people of Rapture. But his venom wasn't made of arsenic or strychnine. No. It was concocted from something far deadlier. It was brewed from altruism. Now you know.
What is the greatest lie ever created? What is the most vicious obscenity ever perpetrated on mankind? Slavery, the Holocaust, dictatorship. No. It's the tool with which all that wickedness is built. Altruism. Whenever anyone wants others to do their work, they call upon their out. Never mind.
Are you in the know?
Human reproduction is vitally important to society. But there is no reason that the act of copulation cannot be pleasurable as well. Remember these tips. Sex is egotistical. Without self-esteem, those participating in coitus are revealed to be fraudulent, hypocritical animals. Ego is indispensable in the bedroom. Negotiate with your mate. Intercourse can be mutually beneficial to both parties. Set out expectations with your partner beforehand, outlining the services you will provide one another, and hold them to their side of the deal. Never forget, oral contracts and handshake deals are for starry-eyed gigolos. Always get it in writing. Your pleasure is your business. Remember, you come first. Nobody's going to keep an eye on your pleasure except you. Don't be left high and dry. Armed with this knowledge, go forth now and enjoy Sexual Congress the Rapture way.
Now you know.
Think of the needs of whoever. Snake. Or the army of the king of God. This goes on and on. How many catastrophes were launched with the words, think of yourself? It's the king and country crowd who light the torch of destruction. It is this great inversion. Feel your cravings at the circus of value.
I was here as well. Right after I came through, I needed something to wear that was a little more rapture appropriate. Well, you didn't have these books in my tower.
What's the matter, Mary? You look like you went through some boost.
I don't feel so great. I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous, and sometimes I'm even seeing things that aren't there.
That's just the plasmid blues, Mary. You just need to slow down a bit on the splicing. Before you know it, you'll be as right as rain.
Dear Madam, I have received your letter regarding our new line of peeping Tom plasmids and wish to respond thusly. Tough luck. This is Rapture, miss. What my customers do with my product is their business. If you are feeling uncomfortable, you are more than welcome to line the walls of your home in lead. If you wish, I could direct you to a reputable supplier.
Disappear from sight, see through walls, and sneak up on your foes.
I told Santa Claus I'm always ready to cut
Splicers.
Put on a show.
I could use this plasmid and see them through the walls, or if worst comes to worst, turn completely invisible and get the drop on them.
Folks always stare when I make the scene. You get used to it.
Hey, there you are.
if I asked Antonio for lockers with actual locks on them. I come back from lunch, and the ensemble I just bought is gone. Stolen! But here's what takes the cake. The thief left an outfit in exchange. At first, I was going to toss that thing. But then, I kind of fell in love with it. It's an old-timey number with a corset, no less. It ain't exactly today's fashion, but I'm a girl who can tell good craftsmanship when she sees it.
How could you just walk away? I told Sander Cohn I'm always ready to cut a record. We're on the show. Said he'd call. I ain't got time for this. New songs. They're real personal to me. They're like love letters. Straight from all my fans stuff. And I'm planning a big comeback. Just need a new agent. You know anybody? Here you got about me. You don't have my permission to leave. You left me with nothing!
It doesn't feel right. Hello? Are you there? Don't you know what you're doing to me?
That only seems to be knocking them back.
You're only gonna do real damage that way if they don't see you coming.
The radar range is moved from the inside using microwaves without gas or fire in less than half the time.
Oh, why, that's amazing. With the radar range, I can boil lobster tails in minutes. Oh, and brew a delicious cup of coffee in
What? Hey, I've got a family to feed. Welcome to the Circus of Value. No refunds, no returns. Value.
I get to work, I want to get back to real acting. Yeah, it was a whole number. Sure, I got some high notes. But I got something new in the works. I told Sander Cohn I'm always ready to cut a record. We're on the show. Said he'd call.
What did you mean before when you said you were in Paris?
It wasn't really Paris. It was more of the world as I want to see it. I suppose I wasn't really happy there. We'd all be better off, us Stewards, if we could leave well enough alone.
Say, Betty, seems like you're carrying a little of that baby weight.
I know. I should really use a reduction plasmid, but I'm terrified of needles.
Haven't you heard? Plasmids are now available in drinkable form.
as soon as a tomato. I'll make dinner tonight.
Conflict. That's how
What was that? You have 1 second to show your face.
If you're not prepared for metamorphosis, then there's the door.
The bell has rung. Class is over. I hope we all learned.
Once I could see everything. Every possible moment. And now...
You're just like everyone else.
Why? Why, because I died here? If I'm just like everyone else, I can't help Sally. I can't even get back to where I was.
If you don't mind me asking, love, why are you talking to nobody? If I'd pegged you for a loon, I might have had second thoughts on our arrangement.
I'll hold up my end. But I better find the girl the way I left her.
You're in no position to make demands. But I must confess, I do like a bit of sass in a lass.
Why work hard, just put food on the table? And if the good life is dessert, then I gotta ask why.
Self-assured like Andrew Ryan. Good with his hands like Dr. Steinman.
First, the law against bribery. Then, you'll want some fella in my privy advising how I defecate. What's next? Martial law?
Intellectual superhuman.
It's the Big Daddy. The one that killed me.
You can't trade blows with him.
Comstock put him down and he got right back up. I can't hurt him. I could keep my distance, but if I watched myself, he could come in handy. Enemy of my enemy.
If that's what they call a fella who's prosperous, determined, uncompromising, then fine. Shoot bits. You got me.
Packed his daughter to me. She then, Jimmy, I hope you like that. I'd like nothing more than to be this rapture in 1958. Relax. Be cooler.
That's what this is. Necessity, unbounded crying, and my respectable entrepreneurial.
I'll be late again, but I'm a mess. I'm a mess.
Feeling hot under the collar? Stay frosty with the plasmid that lets you enjoy life at a cool pace. Turn down the heat and turn up the heat.
Yep. Let's keep everything in order, shall we?
This fella Atlas has been making the rounds down here, trying to bring some kind of order to this pit. All the splicers think the man walks on water, but something about him smells stink to me. Reminds me a bit of my former employer, Frank Fontaine. Always talking about how he was going to lift Rapture right out of the old man's wallet. No fuss, no muss. See where that got him.
What do you want?
Let me in. I'm working with Atlas.
I ain't heard nothing. Nobody gets you in without a kind word from the boss.
Child star. I'm just a star. Period. You take a lady to dinner. You take a right to lunch. Don't skip on the cocktail. You hear me, Phil?
Selfishness, Peter the parasite. Self-interest, says Ryan the lion. Why share anything with your neighbor except a fen?
To begin the future, we first clear away the debris of the past. This obliteration begins inside.
The Silver Fin. This used to be a restaurant when I first came through. Now it belongs to this Suchong. Looks like I'm not the first one who tried to get in here. Well, at least he left a trail.
That ain't the answer. I am self. A man the right to feel like a man. And know his family is taken care of.
I heard that. Pay attention, class! The parasite is here!
Come here, hon. Got a sweet idea for you.
Somebody must have shot him when he tried to break into Suchong's. Huh. What's this? Well, seems like central heating came from this room, so it would stand to reason that the ductwork should go to Suchong's. Wait a minute.
No, it's not the strongest that survive, but the fittest. Those most capable of change. Start as thinking for yourself.
Suchong wasn't exactly a master of subterfuge.
First, the law gets bribed. Now that my friend is rising how I definitely. Martial law.
think we found our man.
No sign of him now.
Either he's dead, or working for Ryan. Locked, and nothing to pick. But I come here for a reason, right? Isn't that why you told me to find Suchong?
Well, technically, you told yourself.
Thanks, I appreciate the reminder.
Of what?
My tenuous mental state.
People ain't designed to see what you've seen. And now that you're just plain old flesh and blood, be grateful you've got things this well held together.
There must be something here I need to find. Something Suchong was working on. Device. Suchong was opening tears?
Problem. Big Daddy will not imprint on the little brats. Yet Fink succeeded in imprinting his disgusting bird on his subject. How has Fink, the stupid man, succeeded where Suchong failed? If Suchong could obtain hair sample of Fink's subject, Suchong could determine delta of genetic material with little sister. Proof is in DNA pudding.
Look, the tear still leads back to Columbia. Plasmids, vigors. He and Fink must have been in communication, sharing secrets. Like the Lutesses before they were physically together. Why did I need to come here? What does this have to do with Sally?
You remember, don't you?
It hasn't happened yet? I told you I can't do that.
Concentrate, Elizabeth.
No, the doors are shut. Lutece particle. I use the Lutece particle. If it can make a city float.
It can make a prison rise.
I can't open tears, but we could use this device to go to Columbia and find a particle. But it's been vandalized.
You'll fix it.
Sure. You know, my tower didn't come stock with a Lutece device repairing it.
You will fix it.
Yeah, I'll just...
Elizabeth, you will fix it.
Okay. Okay, there must be some information around here.
Before I knew it, Ryan had me bounced out of my own restaurant. And that Korean had the run of the place. It was a good business, I tell you. I never should have told anyone about that light. About those weird buildings I saw floating in the clouds. And most of all, I never should have told no one about that girl who showed up one day in that old-timey blue dress.
elements. Sodium, titanium. Why would these be on schematics for... It's code. A Visionaire cipher. If we assume hydrogen is A, and iron, the 26th element, is C...
You always used to need a code key.
It's right here. Never underestimate the fallibility of the egomaniac. Looks like a punch list for things Su Chong needs to fix the machine. A cold cathode tube, a carbon dioxide scrubber, and a heatsink. Any of the vending machines should have the cathode tube. And we can look for a CO2 scrubber in the bathysphere showroom. A lot of models should have them. A heat sink. Oh, that's... Where in a department store are we gonna find...
Keep your cool with Old Man Winter.
That'll work. Time to find those parts. And then I just have to repair the most sophisticated piece of technology ever created.
Elizabeth, you saw yourself make this repair. You can do this.
Whatever you say. Guess we better find our way out of here. Atlas, you there? I need a favor.
A favor? I don't suppose you've conjured up the miracle you promised yet?
I'm working on it. I'm gonna need some Old Man Winter.
You might try where they hawk them new bathyspheres. As I hear it, Old Man Winter's the only thing keeps their batteries from bursting into flames after 5 minutes.
Thanks.
Think nothing of it. But it's the last favor you'll be getting.
for vandalism of Suchong device is death. Even for pretty lady.
I suppose you'd be Suchong. Save your ammunition, your device doesn't work.
Device work. Vandal sabotage. You are vandal.
Actually, I intend to fix your device. That is, unless you plan on coming down here and doing it yourself.
It's not prudent for Suchong to return to lab. You say you can fix?
I broke your code, didn't I? Now just give me the one to open that door and we'll see what your creation can do.
1216.
Your birthday?
Enough talk. Fix machine.
How'd you know that?
Never underestimate the fallibility of the egomaniac.
If that's what they call a fella who's prosperous. Determined, uncompromising, then fine. The shoe fits. You got me.
I told Sander Cohen I'm always ready to cut a record. I'm on the show. Did he call? Now. I get some work.
Yes, sir. That's correct, sir. I'm representing Olympus Heights. Hope I do you all proud, gang. For the talent portion, I've chosen a song that's ever so dear to my heart, suggested by my dear, sweet mother. Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. While you've a Lucifer to light your fag. Smile, boys, that's a style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So, pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile.
That's what this is. Incessant, unfounded prying into my respectable entrepreneurial affairs. I'm accustomed to such strange noises.
There, that machine. It'll have the cathode tube. Got it. Now we need to find Old Man Winter in a CO2 scrubber.
100% a genuine article.
Give me the cold fruitless errand. A snipe hunt. All told, an unprofitable use of time.
It feels good one way. It feels terrible anyway else.
Gosh, there's an awful lot of competition and they're all so pretty. Why, a girl can dream, can't she?
She likes nice shoes. You like these? These are brand new. I had them made special.
Seems to me you're against a guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business.
Yeah, those old numbers sure got some high notes. But I got something new in the works.
Fort Dundee. Fort Dundee. Fort Dundee.
I'm just honored to be in the competition, and gee, I hope you like me, because I'd like nothing more than to be Miss Rapture in 1958.
Criminal dealings? Ha! Fallacy and misdirection from those afraid to let the market take its natural course.
Say,
I'd love to have children. 3 at least. Of course, I'd need to find the right fellow first.
What of it? I'd been told this town was friendly to free enterprise.
Buffalo says it's important to be yourself. So here I am, 100% the genuine article.
Did I lock the door? Did I lock it?
I've been on.
What's your secret?
Welcome to the Circus of Value! No refund, no return! The value!
Martial law?
Gosh, there's an awful lot of competition, and they're all so
Where there's bathyspheres, there's bound to be CO2 scrubbers.
Why is that?
If you don't remove the carbon dioxide from the air supply in a submersible, you'll suffocate. And one thing I did like about Rapture, lots of new books to read. That will need a long-haul bathysphere, something where the CO2 buildup would limit the submersible period.
Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Till I just got word from a guy who heard from the guy next door to me. The girl he met just loves to pet, and if it's you to see.
You okay?
I've seen all this happen before. I've seen everything that will happen, and now I only see darkness.
You sent yourself here for a reason.
A debt.
That's what you want to call it.
This Atlas. I'm gonna have to kill him. Either that or he'll kill me.
Maybe so.
I'm not you, Booker. Some war hero. I'm not even me anymore. No tears, no omniscience, or whatever you want to call it. Just a whole lot of book learning. And a handful of lockpicks. The humpback whale. Thing's as old as the hills. Strictly bargain basement. You gotta wear an O2 tank and a mask. We won't find a scrubber on that. 52 Mako. Classic. But it's a death trap. 28 known fatalities related to its use. Carbon dioxide poisoning. And they're still on the market.
Steeply discounted, though.
Man, I'm planning a big comeback. Just need a new agent. You know anybody?
You spit, Rabbit. You spit, Frankie.
There.
And you leave me
A
what?
Stingray. Submersible time of 90 minutes. That's our girl.
All the way up there.
The Grease Monkeys had to get it up there somehow. Just gotta find the controls.
Deadbeat in the
Rapture reminder. The waters surrounding Fontaine's department store have been seeded with an extensive number of magnetic mines. They are very sensitive. Do yourself a favor. Any thoughts of escape to the roofs? Life down at Fontaine's is going to be what you make of it. So make it great.
Don't expect coddling from me. Are you some fickle child who won't relinquish your ugliest dog simply because it's yours?
You see, boys? You see what a success your dad is? You see how all them fellows look at me?
Well, he's gotta be handsome and smart and self-assured like Andrew Ryan. And good with his hands like Dr. Steinman.
Yeah, I've been calling off.
I ain't got money like no Andrew Ryan. But I ain't some stuffed shirt neither.
Just a star. Period.
Just don't steal.
Entrepreneurial affair.
Is that what you are? A cognitive primitive? Is that what you limit yourself to being?
Seems to me you're against the guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business.
Yeah. Folks always stare when I make the scene. You get used to it.
You're tuned to Radio Rapture. Music for the discerning ear.
Okay.
And now,
Wanna hear my
we've got something very special coming up next. This little lady, who goes by the name of Miss Elizabeth, was picked out of the thousands by the maestro himself, Sander Cohen. And when Sander finds a songbird, you know for sure she's gonna sing sweet. So here's Miss Elizabeth with
Some
You
kind
Belong
of
to
make-out spot. Can't exactly blame them. God knows how boring it must be to grow up in Rapture. But their hormones are costing us money, and this isn't an amusement park. I've locked the control room. The code is 7951.
With an extensive number of magnetic mines. They are very sensitive. Do yourself a favor. Leave any thoughts of the rubes. Life down at Fontaine's. Is going to be what you make of it. So make it.
So I greased a few palms here and there, time to time. What of it? I'd been told this town was friendly to free enterprise. First, a law against bribery. Then, you'll want some fella in my privy advising how I defecate. What's next? Martial law?
Recently, I've been on something of a hiatus.
Fat cat. If that's what they call a fella who's prosperous, determined.
Of course, the buildings are being fabricated above the waves. But we will lower them on a lunette ring, submerged into the structure's steel frames. So much steel, you wonder. How will we keep so large a purchase from the government? Water is buoyant. We shall not frame Rapture in steel, but in aluminium. The government jackals may suspect me of building an air force, but never a city.
Who's that? How could you just walk away?
Looks like someone's been decrypting a code. We've confirmed completion of the ace in the hole. Suchong has it, but unlikely to give it up easily. We'll update when we know more. What's that all about?
Where'd you go? Don't leave me! Hang on, time.
Yeah, he's going lumber sure got the high note. But I got something new in the works.
Where'd you go? You don't have my permission to leave. Don't leave me! Hurry up and come out. I got a lot of irons in the fire. Where'd you go? Who's there? I didn't say you could go. Where'd you go? How could you just walk away? You don't have my permission to leave. Where'd you go? I warned you to stop following me. Last time you'll screw me over.
Probably a switch around here somewhere. This is gonna be noisy.
Come on, baby. Let's work something out.
I saw where you went.
You're only hiding from yourself.
Come here, hon.
Confront your weakness!
Canary in a coal mine.
Seen what you done to my friend here? What you do? Both always stare without making a scene. You get used to it. Child star. Child star. I'm just a star. Period. I told Santa Cohn I'm always ready to cut a record. I put on a show. Said he'd call.
Got it. Just need to find Old Man Winter and we're done.
Yeah, those old numbers sure got some high notes. I got something new in the works.
Huh? You're heartless. Totally heartless! Ah! My colleague appears indisposed. Let us continue this face to face!
I've been on a sabbatical for going on. I get some work, but I want to get back to real acting.
Love, I must confess, I'm becoming a wee bit skeptical.
Remind me, why am I supposed to care?
You see, me lads have taken a keen thirst for Adam, and there's a vintage right in front of me that'll do nicely.
If you kill her, I truly hope you are happy living down here. Put down roots, raise a family. Or maybe you think Andrew Ryan is going to ride to your rescue.
Fair enough. But remember, there are fast ways to harvest little sisters, and some very slow ones.
Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me.
Hey, Junior! Come on in and watch
the guy next door.
It's
The girl he met just loved too fast, and it
Now, Ryan's got the formula. Trust your dad on this. Where's my boy? I don't know where my boy is!
Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no.
Look at what you done to him. Fair warning. I'm an eye for an eye type of fella. Where do you go?
That's what this is. Incessant, unbounded prying into my respectable entrepreneurial affairs.
And I'm planning a big comeback. Just need a new agent. You know anybody?
Seems to me you're against a guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business.
Psychology, sociology. There's all kind of theories about how you sell something to a man.
Judging by your appearance, this could
Compensation.
Criminal dealings. Ha! Fallacy and misdirection from those afraid to let the market take its natural course.
I told Santa Claus I'm always ready to cut a record. Drum show. Did he call?
I don't feel clean. Say it again. I'll be late. Can't be dirty, though.
Come on out where a fella can see you. How long you been two-timing me?
Spying on me again.
I ain't letting a good lead like you get away.
I tried you.
Just another look-see.
I ain't through with you yet. It's over. Back to the office.
Never respect Very dangerous. But you will.
Stop that right now!
Two's my lucky number. I do everything in twos. Who moved my glasses? Touch the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Yeah?
Atlas sent me here for some Old Man Winter.
You haven't been around here long, have you?
What makes you say that?
'Cause you're the only one of us that don't smell like the reptile house at the zoo.
Now be quick about it, and just take the winner. This ain't the Goodwill.
So Atlas asked me to figure out where to strike first when we bust out of this place, but, it all depends on when we get out, November 5th is a big founding of Rapture shindig at Fort Frolic. Valentine's Day, Arcadia's real popular. If it's near New Year's Eve, then, hey, we could pop the corks off all the stuffed shirts down at the Kashmir restaurant.
The time has come, brothers and sisters. Did you want to keep climbing Andrew Ryan's ladder? Just to watch him knock it down as you're reaching the top? The cards are stacked. What's a bunch of fine words if there ain't deeds to back them up? Rapture was supposed to be different. But the only thing that separates it from the slums of New York or Glasgow or about 1 million gallons of salt water. Ryan sent a clear message when he had Frank Fontaine put down. It's time all you learned your place. I tell you what, Ryan. Message received. Loud and clear. And here's what the people of Rapture have to say to you. If you won't give us what we want, we're more than happy to come and take it.
Welcome to the Circus of Value. Come back when you get some money, buddy. The Values.
Tell Ryan things are getting hot down here real fast. The goddamn leprechaun is building himself a regular army. If you'd asked my opinion, which you didn't, I'd send a crew down here and clean up the place before they show up on your doorstep. But who am I except some undercover schmuck you sent to give you straight dope?
Another coded message. Attempt to retrieve Ace in the Hole from Suchong unsuccessful. Ryan Private Security killed 3 of our men in the bargain. We'll need to explore alternate means of obtaining Ace.
Freeze your enemies. Shatter them into 1,000 pieces.
Just what we needed. How's the last of it?
Now you think you can manage the repair?
Sure. I've been fixing quantum field generators since kindergarten.
Sam, that you? Sam?
Who the hell are you? You should be ashamed!
Dressing you down? Far from it. How much further?
Feel your cravings at the Circus of Value.
To give and not demand anything in return. This class? Someone who wants what you have, free from effort. A president, a premier, a pope, a parasite.
Who is this?
All you do, lie and take!
Most curious. see this through!
I made my quota. Well, all right.
Young lady, come out here this instant.
It appears our time is up
So I greased a few palms here from time to time. What of it? I'd been told this town was friendly to free enterprise.
What you done to my friend here?
When only
Kill your cravings at the circus of value.
That's right. Cry like a baby. Your mother didn't love you. Why should she? What did you have
let
to do
him
with it?
try, didn't you? Well, you won't dine on me.
Wow. We are men of tomorrow. Men who seek conflict so we can transform and transcend. The anarchist Bakunin said, the urge to destroy is also a creative urge. This way, when we lay waste to your mind, we make art.
Hey, we're all adults. We can't work around with a little...
Feeling hot under the collar, stays frosty with the plasmid that lets you enjoy life at a cool pace. Turn down the heat and turn up the ease and relaxation.
Belly in my privy advises how I defecate. Martial law.
Looks like they whacked old Frank Fontaine.
Determined, uncompromising, then fine. The shoe fits. You got me.
Gee, I hope you like it. Because I'd like nothing more than to Yes, I'd love to have children. 3 at
That's what this is.
Now the snob terminal comes. We are dead inside.
Don't know what to make.
Second!
Ah!
I heard something.
No, better get in my way. Not afraid of competition.
Diagnosis.
Paper. Fine on me. You left me with nothing! I hear you gossiping about me.
How can you rationalize cowering?
won't immediately die of CO2 poisoning the moment we turn the thing on. Well, not the perfect phosphor frequency, but it'll do. I need to cool the transformer at the top of the device, or the whole thing will overheat. Okay, that should stop it from overheating. There, everything's fixed. You're ready.
Let's fire it up and see. What did I tell you?
Look. You're on the First Lady. It can't be this easy. The First Lady Mark II was built around a particle lift system just like all the buildings in the city. I read all about it in the Columbian Scientific. The particles seated at the top of the structure must be up that lift. Perfect.
Seems like a lot of technology just to float an airship. Comstock never heard of hydrogen.
The First Lady Mark I did run on hydrogen, and it was destroyed by a single bullet from a Vox sniper. Unfortunately, the Prophet wasn't on board at the time. If I take the active particle, then the First Lady is just a 40-ton paperweight. Best to take the spare. Here we go. Now let's head back through that tear.
You honestly expect Atlas to honor his side of the deal?
No, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
How do you plan on handling Atlas? He ain't just some spliced-up maniac.
He'll make a mistake. I just have to be ready to take advantage of it when it happens.
All for a girl you barely know.
How well did you know me when you came to Columbia? Nothing but trouble that way. Best to head straight back to Rapture.
Pretty lady not finished yet.
What? Open the tear.
Powerful device, very expensive. Tit for tat.
Just tell me what you want.
Such want something simple. Lock of hair.
Oh, you're not serious.
Not your hair, stupid. Think has a secret life. Mothballed, forgotten. In their hair sample. In jar. Cannot miss it. You get for suture. Then everybody friends.
Where's his lab?
Closed off, past Fink's quarters. You smart lady, you find.
Should have seen that one coming.
Vox Populi. We must have arrived right in the middle of the siege.
That means the other you and I are probably inside the factory.
Press to generate a bullet-snatching shield that places ammo into your gun.
On our way up to the First Lady.
And what happens if we run into ourselves?
We won't.
How do you know that?
Because we didn't.
Taken your counsel, and you done me good service, but I will not hurt the boy. I will see Fink and Comstock burn, but I will not hold the son to account for the deeds of his father.
You've misunderstood us.
We neither asked you to harm the child.
Nor did we promise that yours would be the hand that would set Comstock's world afire.
A famous man once said,
And a famous man shall say,
I may reach the mountaintop,
but I fear I shall never visit the valley below.
But you mean I won't live to see the... No.
It's up to you what matters more.
Your part in the play?
Or the play itself.
Someone is coming.
She'll arrive, a girl.
She must leave, a woman.
And what makes the difference between a girl and a woman?
Blood.
Your part in the play.
Or the play itself.
Turn her into a killer? How?
Give the girl no choice.
And she will be forced to make one.
That's what the people need. But sometimes I feel all I have to offer them is blood and fire. The things they done to me, I can't forget them. I was Columbia's victim, and victimhood begets shame. Oh, what element of human experience is more corrosive than shame? I'm rotted from the inside out. What do I have to offer this revolution except my own dark motivations? When all is said and done, what's more important to me? The people I want to save? Or those I want to murder in their beds?
I can smell ya. You're afeard of me.
That's enough of that business. I'm done. What's next? Better look elsewhere.
Back here. Gonna hunt you down. Chasing my own shadow.
Identify yourself! No escape!
You can't hide forever,
Don't think you can hide.
We abide neither dilly-dalliers nor malingerers. Address your order promptly.
Who's out there?
Yeah, there's a war coming. You can smell it in the air. Fear, hatred, people dying every day. But how many more will suffer if we rise up? Violence begets violence, I know this. I've seen this. The rational mind argues for a peaceful solution to find a common ground, but what common ground is there to find for a father who watches his child bleed out in the street? How'd he deny him his vengeance? I know that fire that burns deep inside. I know it all too well. And when the time comes, will I be able to stay to hand?
A carnival of thrift at your disposal!
Think.
What's that thing you just picked up?
My guess is that it has something to do with that giant clock out there. And that clock has something to do with opening the door to Fink's lab.
Our current state of being, or lack thereof, has left my brother unfulfilled. The biological urge to leave one's mark is strong, and it is not an impossibility. We could instantiate ourselves back in Columbia, return to an old life for the possibility of creating new. But we died in that world. Returning would mean...
A giant clock.
Sort of. Looks like the mechanism unlocks certain activities when Fink gives his blessing.
So what? We're stuck waiting for the cuckoo to go off?
No. We've already found the clock key. We can manually wind it. Open whatever door we please.
Sure seems like a lot of work to lock down a few doors.
You know, if there's one thing Fink loves, it's a lot of work.
slugs. Goddamn sea slugs. Could that Oriental have come up with a more inconvenient fuel for his plasmids? If there is a God, and I've seen more evidence to the contrary than in support, you'd think he'd have put Adam into the belly of a nice little seagull or crow. The cost of all these underwater expeditions are murdering my margins.
Idiot his lock of hair.
Listen, I got you your guns. I'm here for my issue.
But my Booker DeWitt died for the Vox Populi. You either an imposter or a ghost. My Booker DeWitt was a hero to the cause, a story to tell your children. You just competition there.
Look, are you there? I miss you. You were the only one who ever... You were my only friend. Booker.
I'm not even here. I'm a projection of your own.
Could you humor me then? Please.
I think Booker would miss you.
Where did she go? Where are you?
Jesus, it's ripe in here. Say, somebody, fetch me a millionaire to clean this mess up.
Comstock promises there's nothing to be worried about. But I don't like the smell of things down in Finkton. Not one bit. If trouble rears its ugly head in the form of one cantankerous negress, I've laid in some supplies in the event of a forced evacuation. They're down in what I call my chamber of panic, near the base of my statue. I've set the code to 8371.
Where are you going?
Somebody hiding! What? You gonna answer for this, girl? You can't hide forever! Who's out there? Come back here. What? You gonna answer for never stop fighting! Little piggy! Here I come! Let somebody else look for him.
Oh well.
I could be you.
It's so easy.
I tell you, William, it's getting so the foxes are afraid of the hens. If Fink was going to hire a bunch of goons to keep an eye on the handymen, he should have found some with less yellow in the belly. Now they're hiding away from Tin Man invalids in their precious little guard room. If you need to get in there on your shift, the code is 2847.
You can't hide forever! Don't think you can hide from me! I ain't no private dick. Someone else can find me. You squeal. You squeal. Death to oppressors! Can't stop me this time.
Come out of there!
Can't stop me this time.
Hunt you down! This wasn't here before. Who's there?
Who's there? Who are you? Come back. You gonna answer answer for this. Kill her!
Someone's sneaking around.
You see where she went?
What happened? What's going on?
Here I come!
Oh, Piggy!
Just bide your time. Bide your time. Someone about? I'll hunt ya down. Still breathing. Who did this? Come out, come out.
You're right. That's it. I'm coming for you! I'll find her. I'm done looking. It's a waste of my valuable time. You squeal.
Something's going on.
You're gonna die. You'll die. I got your back. Never stop!
Daisy sacrificed herself. Set me up to kill her, to turn me into what?
A killer.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished. I'm no martyr. How did you do it, Booker? How did you...
Elizabeth, I'm not Booker.
And neither am I.
Now, I know there's been some concern about the nature of the work we do here at Fink Manufacturing. Why, some say they're uncomfortable with the purported harm and suffering our research brings. But friends, let me pose a simple question. Is there anything you would not do to guarantee the health and safety of your loved ones? My interest is the future health of your children. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
I'll hunt you down. When I find you,
Well, that's enough of that business. I'm done.
here I come. You see where she went?
Who done this? Someone about? I should look elsewhere. You can't have...
Lousy traitors. I bet I could find you. What is this?
Get it. I quit. Nope. Guess she ran off. What's going on? Can I find you? Where are you? Hunt you down!
Hair sample in a haystack.
Pretty nice over here. Still pretty hungry. And I'll be running this town soon enough.
like Fink and Suchong were sharing their research.
Like the Lutesses. Cross-reality collaboration. It all makes a kind of sense. The little sisters and the big daddies. Songbird and me.
Constants and variables. What is all this?
Imprinting. That's a wire mother. If you separate a gorilla from its real mother, it will imprint on almost anything. Even that.
Why would Fink care about that?
Songbird. He wanted him to imprint on me.
Well, if I recall, that was a problem he solved.
Poor things. Fink couldn't get them to imprint, so he left them to die. Imprinting failed. That can't be right. Clearly they formed a connection between Songbird and me.
How?
I was so young. I always remember him just being there. Must be a prototype or something.
Is he human?
Does it matter? Tried hypnotherapy.
On the Songbird. How'd that go?
About as well as you'd expect. Booker. The little girl in the film. It's me. My God. Oh, I remember. He'd crashed into the tower. I guess he was in some sort of fight. I waited there thinking I don't know, that something would happen, but he just lay there. Moaning. I couldn't just...
The lion with the thorn in its paw. So much for science.
I should have just left him there to die. I should have just... I will never escape it. Exploited, exploiting, me, Comstock, you, Sally. It's like a wheel of blood spinning round and round. Well, this must be the genetic sample Suchong wanted.
He sent you all the way back here for a sample of your own hair?
He doesn't know I was once the child that imprinted on Songbird. But to him, all the answers lie in DNA. Men like Suchong mistake an ounce of empathy for a pound of science.
It's open! See if anything's worth reappropriating. Check for stragglers. Spread out. Still breathing. Who did this?
Gonna hunt you down! Chasing my own days.
Daisy! Make you die real slow.
You can't hide forever.
I'll hunt you down.
What's this? You're next, you hear me? I ain't no private dick. Kill your apprentice! Don't think you can hide from me! Come back here!
change. That's what the people need. But sometimes I feel all I have to offer them is blood and fire. The things they done to me, I can't forget them. I was Columbia's victim, and victimhood begets shame.